10,
9, 8,
7,
6,
3, 2,
1.
0.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whichever applies. Welcome to another Dash League match. Season 4, Cycle 2, we have Life versus UNSC. Still waiting on a few players to trickle in. 4 on each team so far. Hopefully we might have Laggy joining us fairly soon, but let's have a look at the matchups. Let's have a look at today's maps.
That's a lot of maps.
That's the selection. Today's maps are the Launchpad, Quarantine, Stadium.
Or so will stream be able to hear me if I go back and forth, or do you have to like constantly keep on like muting and unmuting?
No, you're live. We're live. Everyone can hear you. As soon as you pop in and out, everyone should be able to hear you straight.
All right, great. Because yeah, there is 2 matches happening right now. We have D versus Hacks, and then UNSC versus Life, which is this cast. So hello, it's laggy. I'm sure everyone already knows that already. And basically, plan is I kind of just want to see both of these matches, so I'll just be going back and forth between both of the casts. So yeah, this is Life versus UNSC. Both of these lineups are pretty hefty, with some of the names having quite an interesting reputation when it comes to their performances. So that is going to be pretty entertaining to see both of these teams clash, because with Life, they have names like Night Owl, High, Stubbs, Topstar, and Gem. All of those players, I've seen them in action so far, and they are not a force, and they're basically a force to be reckoned with. They're pretty powerful. And then on UNSC, you have Crusader VR, MW1 of Crit Fourth, and Colton. Both lineups are pretty stacked. So I can see this match having a pretty good back and forth kind of tension with the dynamic of both of these teams, and it'll be very interesting to see.
You guys mind if I join the cast for the first match?
Yeah, just make sure that you're going to be talking every 2 seconds to make sure that it's not suspicious.
Oh, no problem, Laggy. What? Oh, no. Yeah. I don't have any comms on Discord or anything else, so I'm just here to watch first match and play, and I just thought I'd jump in and get a rare opportunity to commentate, which I enjoy and haven't been able
Actually,
to do.
just to be safe, I would DM Lat first, though. Just in all
Gotcha.
seriousness, I would DM Lat first just to be very safe.
No problem. I just saw Midnight jumping in the team names, and I assumed that it was okay.
Well, yeah, there's quite a lot of discussion happening about that, so I probably suggest that you DM Lateralis if he's available
I'll
first,
be
just to
safe
make
and
sure.
drop out altogether, Laggy. So
Don't.
just
Oh no, please don't.
luck to
You-
UNSC and
I
life
just
today.
say,
And we'll see you
okay.
out there.
All right. Okay. Okay. Well, that's awkward. Would have been nice to have another commenter here, because I was hoping, because like while I'm not in this cast, I was hoping there would be another one here too. Either way, that's fine, I guess. Okay. But it looks like they're ready.
I'd give them the signal, but they've hijacked my drone. Oh, hang on, I'll grab it.
They hijacked the drone. Oh my.
Oh, it's okay. We're away.
Alright. Okay, so here we go. This is Launchpad. So let's switch to the red team view, thank you. So what I always say this, it's just obligatory at this point. The first thing that I always like to see is a good setup and preparation from the red team. You can very much so see how the team's going to be focusing on getting loadouts and dashes, whether it be shotguns and rockets. And basically what they're going to have to do is to get as much value out of the guns that aren't pistols. So we have High with double shotguns. He should probably go a bit closer to indoors because that forces that close range interaction. So let's hope he can live with those shotguns. And it looks like he was taken out just now. But yeah, one up crit immediately pushing up into this area. Okay, he traded with someone, I think, with the double shocks, so that's good. Looks like there's still rockets around though. But yeah, right out the gate, this is a pretty fast-paced match so far, which is understandable because these teams are pretty damn strong. So it's only expected for them to immediately be putting the odds against each other. So yeah, one up, despite being at critical health, he is still attempting to push up, which is admirable, because that still gives him a little bit of trouble in the end. It's better than just running off trying to get a health doing nothing. So they still have one person pushing up. I wouldn't be surprised if Life would start pulling out explosives this soon, because once they start going towards that little downslope area, they would probably get a lot of success going with rockets. But yeah, so far so good for UNSC because they have a pretty decent pace going with around a 5-minute mark when you're going down that slope. So yeah, so far so good. Alright, Colton taking this more forward stance. And then M-Dub's pushing up. I really like the initiative that UNSC is demonstrating here, with having people push up and just holding spots where you would usually see a red person at. It just goes to show how quickly they are to the catch, it seems. But that's still not trying to downplay Life at all, because they're still doing what they can. Alright, looks like Colton is having technical difficulties because he just stuttered for a moment, I think. Alright, trying to get off the cart, tagged one, good work by Gem. So now that they're edging this corner, they're probably going to be able to stop them a little bit. They are going at a significantly more quicker pace, so they should probably hurry up and try to get rockets going. With how UNSC has been very aggressive so far, pushing up with every chance that they can get, I wouldn't be surprised if they wouldn't be able to put up rockets as fast, but they still have to try. They have to match the aggression that UNSC is putting up right now. Very engaging encounter so far. Right, so Night Owl is going to be attempting to disrupt a little bit closer to their spawn. Gets taken up by M-Dubs. Yeah, it is really easy to get spotted with how your dashes are very visible. Okay, looks like they're pushing that cart now. The rockets are still going, though. Okay, yeah, they're getting stopped a little bit though, but still, 3 minutes is plenty of time for UNSC. Life does have to pick things up a little bit. Alright, yep, they're double stacking that cart, hopping off when they're about to get attacked. Good instinct from them. So I'm assuming this task is going follow by kill, right? Okay, yeah. I like follow by kill because it gives a lot of coverage on the map at the same time without just favoring just one side of the team. So yeah, 2 minutes and a half, and they're getting to that checkpoint. Looks like Fourth is pushing up with a shock. Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily go pushing with a shock by myself. I probably would have coordinated a little bit of a push there, but they are getting a little bit pressed for time. So UNSC should definitely attempt to make they should definitely attempt to group up now, while they still have 2 minutes left. Because as they're getting more push for time, it's pretty inevitable that they're going to start attempt to trickle. Because it does get a lot more difficult to group up when you're pressed for time like this, so they should probably make an effort to group up as soon as they can. But yeah, the Rockets have been very consistent so far. They've been staying alive, which is a plus. Yeah, I'm still seeing explosions. But yeah, Life is pulling out their best defense so far for this when they're really close to the. And yeah, that's practically checkpoint at this point. So at this stage, Life is probably going to have to do their best to just stay alive near this area to just sap away the time that they have. See, there's still 3 life that's alive right now, so they still have a few chances to get a few picks in, but they don't have spawn advantage anymore when it comes to the checkpoint defense. So because they're not spawning on that thought he was an enemy, started shooting him. So because they're not spawning over there, it is a good idea to just go completely behind the enemy and just hide there for a bit. Just the problem is that you're not having any kind of interaction with the enemy team if you're just staying far away. You're not necessarily contributing to anything when you're just staying back. So taking initiative, your top star is trying to go for a rocket kills. He got at least 1 kill, which is a pretty decent effect from it, so it wasn't a complete mess up. So that was pretty alright. So at this point, UNSC is going to be pushing up towards that little choke area with the shock bridge. And then they are also going to have to be watching the shotgun room as well, since they'll be putting a lot more emphasis on that more, because if anything, it's just a more direct way to push them, because it's coming to the left of the cart, and you can't really actively watch it without going in front yourself. So yep, now they're approaching the shock bridge. Basically, they do have to watch above them because there is a rail behind them, but they'll be able to tell if they see someone dashing in through the right side of that area. So UNSC has been moving relatively quickly. They have 6 minutes left, which is, in my opinion, not too much time, but at the pace that they've been going at, it's pretty decent. Okay, yeah, Night Owl is trying to hold down the triangle house, it seems. He should probably get the 5-dash and then move out as quickly as he can. Gets the shock, and then gets tagged by 1-up. Fast thinking from both sides. Alright, so looks like High's trying to go for a direct hit. He got 1. Looks like he tried to strafe towards the cart for cover, but I think he got hit rigged or something. Okay. Yeah, Life really is doing their best to defend UNSC, and you can really see that. Wow. Whew. Alright, so they have 5 minutes in. They're somewhat approaching that little tunnel. It's not too much time, but if the UNSC can keep the pace that they had this entire match so far, they do have a chance. So good luck to both teams. I'm going to switch cast now. I will be back. Hang in there, Fire Horse. I'll be back.
Thanks, lady. We're still with 2 minutes to go. 1:45. Oh, right, rockets.
One minute remaining.
Alright, and I'm back. So, UNSC is actually really pressed for time now, so they have around 40 seconds, that's literally less than a minute. I'm surprised, Life has been doing a very good job stopping them, and with how it looks, unless there's a very crazy overtime that may happen, they have more than enough chances to stop them before goal. So, wow, good job. And I didn't even say that I was back. I just hopped in and just started talking. I'm sorry.
Okay. Definitely wasn't saying much.
10, 9,
Here we go.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
Where are they?
3, 2, 1. Overtime.
Yes.
That's an overtime. They have a chance now.
Red team wins.
Oh wow, Firehorse! You actually have the signature map. I love that thing.
What?
Like the little map at the top right that shows where all the players are at. I really like using that map. It's super useful.
Oh, the mini map. Yeah.
Prepare to start.
Looks like UNSC just lost someone. Okay. Okay, looks like they're back. They're back. It was just a minor setback. Luckily, that didn't happen mid-round.
Match starts in 3, 2, 1. Go.
All right. So yep, Fourth is setting up with double shots. He misses. Okay, that's a good tag from him. I would be terrified running indoors with double shots. Wow, good hit by Night Owl though. Okay, so yep, we saw this on the previous round with UNSC. The attacking team is taking the initiative and attempting to push up to soften up the defense they're going to be trying throwing at the card. Having a disruptor is just a very standard tactic that any team should be doing, and it's just textbook league tactics, man. I don't really have too much to say about it, so it's just very effective with how direct it is, and having a disruptor is just the regular thing. I remember when a while back, disrupting used to be something that was like recently picked up, and people were just very awestruck by it. But honestly, in my opinion, nowadays it's just the most regular thing that you can do in a league match like this. So it's crazy to see how this league is growing with its new players and the skill scene constantly rising. At this rate, the average player could probably knocking in the dirt, which is just says a lot. Alright, so yeah, I think I remember correctly, Life is basically adapting the same pace that UNSC had previously, just a few stops here and there. But other than that, in general, they're doing an okay job. They really do want to try to get down that hill though. Okay, yep. Gonna try to hug that card as much as you can if you're getting shot from a higher angle like that. So the cart is still stopped. This is a pretty tough spot to be held at if they don't hurry it up. So they do have rockets set up, but they have someone pushing up to keep them on their toes. And looks like M-Dubs is coming up from behind from earlier. And then just having a more direct defense. Alright, nice. This is a pretty good showing by both teams so far. Nothing too crazy happening. Alright, so they have the rockets going from the distance. They should probably have somebody controlling that shield room. Alright, nice. They threw one person in there. Alright, yep, the rockets are officially up, and it looks like they have shocks. Was that? I don't know if that was an enemy shock or not. Okay, looks like Crusader's getting actively attacked at the moment. Someone should probably go help him. Okay, well, Crusader's down. So now this is Life's chance to actually go up and make a proper push with the lack of rockets on the enemy team. So let's hope they can take advantage of that if possible. So I can't tell if those are red team shocks or blue team shocks. Are they pushing up? I think it's blue team shocks because they can do that. Alright, Night Owl is behind them and the entire team knows, so he should probably be very careful now. He's at critical health especially. Can he get a pick with low health? He can't. Alright. So, alright, yeah. In the shotgun room, that's a good angle to start shooting away from because you can pick off people who are trying to go to the cart. Good instinct there. They have 2 minutes and a half. If they can really lock down UNSC, they have a pretty okay chance at stopping them. But with how UNSC has been pretty consistent in trying to keep the pressure on, that might not be the case here. We'll see, we'll see. Anything can happen. Like, we've always been very prone to surprises. Yeah, pushing through the shield room. Wow. Yeah, a minute and a half left. UNSC still has a chance. If they push too far up, then chances are they're just going to end up letting UNSC get a few more pushes in. So you have to make sure that you're pushing up in moderation. Also, shoutouts to Mod. Okay, yep, tagged them with the shocks. Okay, yep, they're still doing their best though. The thing is, this is honestly, I think this might set them up for the win, because if they hold them out of this much time, and then they have like what 5 minutes to go across the entire map, then if they manage to hold them off for this long, and then they still make the checkpoint anyway, then yeah, Life is still in trouble in my opinion, because 7 minutes, if they have to keep up a very moderate pace without being consistently locked down to get to the goal that quickly. To hit 6 minutes to hit 94%, if they keep up a consistent pace, if they have their players push up and make sure that whatever red team throws at them won't be too hard, then they do have a chance. So there's still a few defenders from that previous checkpoint that was just hit that might be still lurking around their spawn, which is a big problem. Alright, they got rid of M-dubs. Is there one more? Okay, looks like they got rid of him because they're helping a cart now. Yeah, Topstar is looking behind him, so they might still be there. Oh, doggy. Okay. Yeah, this is what I was saying earlier. They have around 6 minutes left, and they're just pushing towards that little, I don't know what the hell to call it, just uphill area. I'll just call it uphill area or something. Yeah, they really do have to hurry things up. They really cannot afford to be stopped. They have to start blitzing through that place. So yeah, triple stacking it, that's really the best option that they have. And while they're triple stacking it, they should probably have people push up and just try to soften up their defenses up ahead. But, wow, yeah, Life is doing their utmost best to push as fast as they can, so that's admirable of them. Okay, yeah, they've been getting held down for quite a bit. Just, there's so many spots in this map that you can easily be held down at for just a solid few minutes or so. Or maybe a minute or two, and it really does slow down the entire game. But, yep, good work with the shocks from 1-up crit.
Oh, he finally got taken out.
Yep. Again, I'm not really too surprised. I don't really have much praise to give because he's already saying enough with how he's performing. Yeah, I just don't have too much things to say when I see performances like that. Like, it's right there. Like, what do you want me to say? He's killing people? Like, whoa, he's getting kills. So that was a pretty impressive run there. So yeah, UNSC has been very consistent with the defending, and it's very impressive. Alright now, so again, collected both teams, we have 3 minutes left, and whatever man, let's just let the best team win. Let's see how far that life can get with just this very tiny amount of time, because if they're able to get a good push going, if they're able to get rid of their defenses, they could have a chance, but at this point, the chances are very slim, so they really should just try their best to push as quickly as they can. Just push as far as they could. So, yeah, again, I'll be right back. Good luck to both teams. I'll see you in a bit, Firehorse. Goodbye!
Oh, I'm moving.
Hey, Firehorse, can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you.
Hey, how's it going? Thought I'd join in. I saw Laggy leave. Yeah, like Laggy was saying, with only 2 minutes remaining, it's looking a little bleak because they haven't even approached the 86% yet. So this 10%, they've only got 2 minutes, and typically you want to get there with almost 4 minutes remaining to even have a chance. So, and UNSC are really deeply set up. They've got these rockets in the back. So what Life has to do is they have to really get a group up and almost waste a group up. That would with a pushing cart, but to get the rockets instead. And Crusader is just not going down. He's making it miserable for Life right now to get to that cart. That mixed with the, I'm sure the disruption UNSC has going out. Oh, but oh no, he takes himself out. Looks like someone jumped right in front of him. That is unfortunate. But let's just keep out, nice clear, triangle, nice. So they've got a good triangle hold. And this is what you want to do. You want to get kind of the furthest disruption you really want to try to do, unless you're going for a different meta, is you want to get that triangle, so they can't get that extra movement from that dash there. And then you want to set up around cart, and then you want these heavies. So and that's what they're doing. They're doing kind of like a 3-point defense. Cart, triangle, and heavies in the back. And it's working. Looking at KDs, it looks like Night Owl and Topstar are actually very neck and neck, which is really awesome to see. I've seen Topstar really improve. Was Topstar a new addition to the life this season?
10, 9, 8,
Yep.
7,
Count.
6,
Got overtime and go for a miracle push here. Get as
2,
much
1.
MMR as possible.
Overtime.
Looks like they did get it. Can they clear? They can clear, but the rockets are still up. They gotta take the rockets out. Oh, you're gonna see. Yep, I think this is it.
Team wins.
Alright. Take Launchpad. Congratulations to UNSC. Alright, top scoring for UNSC is M-Dubs at 8,602, but very close. one upgrade with 77 kills. Very good performance. Actually, a good score distribution from all of UNSC within like almost 1,000 of within each other. Night Owl, of course, leading with top score 9,000, but only leading by 2 kills closely behind his top star. So very good performance by both of them, and a good margin of kills for the whole team. So yeah, but congrats to UNSC.
Yeah, the numbers are pretty even across the board, so it was a pretty well fought match from both.
Oh hey, like welcome back. I jumped in for a second while you're gone.
Of course. Commentate the parts that I'm not focusing on.
Yeah, sounds good.
But yeah, the previous match finished just now, so I won't be hopping in between 2 casts now. So yeah, D versus Hacks just ended. It was pretty interesting. So yeah, that.
Did Hacks manage to pull a miracle win and defeat the beast?
No spoilers.
I won't spoil it. I won't spoil it.
I want to watch it later.
Yeah, we got a bunch of exciting matches this weekend. I think this is like the last weekend of the cycle too, right? So, assuming this is the last weekend of the cycle, we're going to be getting completely new matchups and MMR adjustment by next weekend. Exciting stuff. But yeah, y'all should make sure to check in Dash League Network in about an hour. Got Art versus TMNM. So, not to take away from the current match, but self-promotion. Oh yes, Sniffleton. Top star, isn't he? Wow, yeah. For a person just coming into the league, being able to buff with a powerhouse such as Night Owl and get positive and get a good score against such a veteran team as UNSC, that is impressive. So I am looking forward to continuing to see just how much more improved he gets over the season and heck, even to next season. But yeah, I believe Life was a high sprinter team last season. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they have definitely improved since. So fingers crossed they make it to playoffs.
I'm not gonna say too much until I see all the 5 players. So
yeah, yep. Oh, so we coming in with Cornbread. Did he play last night? I feel like I should know.
I don't think he did play last night. I don't know. I have a bad memory. But yeah, this is Quarry. I'm not gonna pretend that I'm not experienced at all, but honestly, most people know better than I do. Because honestly, things have been changing quite a bit this season because of all the new players and the new strategies that have been employed a lot, especially with the new map. And the skill ceiling has been rising for sure. So honestly, I don't have too much to say.
Yeah, a lot of people have just been putting in the work. You hop into a pub now with a bunch of league players. You got to try your best. It's very competitive these days. But yeah, it looks like they subbed out Jim, aka Meg, for Cornbread. So we'll see what Cornbread can do. UNC appears to be keeping the same lineup. Or no. Oh yeah, same lineup. So.
Okay then. So if they're gonna be
One
doing
thing
practically the same lineups, that'll be interesting.
Yeah. One thing to note is UNSC are the favorite to win the court. They played TMNM just recently, and then managed to get a point against TMNM and like take it past like I believe the 15-minute mark, which against a team that has been so dominant in Corey historically, that's a huge achievement for them. So Life have their work cut out for sure. Yep, Cornbread replaced Jen. Wildcat confirmed in the comment. Yeah, if you're watching, we've got 14 watching right now, but only 5 likes. So, little discrepancy there. Come on, guys, let's get those likes. Get the promotion up. We gotta promote this channel. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. So UNSC also have the slight color advantage here with Corey. While the map is pretty much like a mirror image of both sides, the dash pickup does slightly favor the red team at B. It's roughly one dash difference, and for teams that are close, that can almost make or break it at B. So that's something that Life will have to kind of compensate for. They could take multiple routes to try to compensate. They could try to like hit the button first to counter and use that extra dash. I remember playing before they added that extra dash on the button. It was miserable trying to hit the button. You wouldn't, because you'd almost maximally extend your dashes just to get to the B button, and then you wouldn't be able to dash up to grab that dash at B. But now it's definitely less of a pain. So I'm thankful they added that addition. Like, did you play a lot of Corey back in the day when you were playing?
I don't recall. Why?
I was just curious. A lot of teams haven't really done a lot of Corey. I feel like we've been seeing it a little bit more this season, as opposed to like past seasons.
I guess we have, but either way, I don't really pay too much attention anymore.
Fair enough. You've been commentating a lot though.
I have been commentating a lot though.
Yeah.
That is true, a little bit more than the last season, but honestly, I'm not going to pretend that I know what I'm talking about every time, so that's why I don't have too much to say when it comes to seeing these teams go against each other, so. I usually try to do my best to just state what I'm seeing, which is a little bit stupid, but I'm not going to pretend to be someone that knows what every team should be doing, so I just avoid to do that anyway. That's why I don't really go and say, I think this team will win, because I really don't know what I'm talking about. I won't pretend that I do.
You want to try not to step on any toes. Yeah.
I do my best to make sure that I'm not offending anyone in particular, although it is inevitable that may happen, so I don't really care anyway.
Oh, at least it's better than like an awkward silence, you know? So.
Yeah. It is plenty of fun though, fills in the void considering how I'm not on any roster this season either, so.
Have you explained yet why you aren't playing this season?
I don't intend to.
Fair enough. All right, that's all you meant.
Yeah, it's not about
looks like they're getting ready to go.
It looks like they're waiting. It looks like they're waiting for your approval, Firehorse.
Can we start Firehorse? Can we start on Colton? I think he might be a early push towards B. I'd like to see either Colton or Night Owl, because I feel like those two might be the first pushers. But yeah, Corey is an interesting map, and that's something we've been trying to figure out as we prepare for TMNM or in an hour. But there's so many ways you can play it, so many places to hide. So we'll see what they can do. All right, looks like Night Owl's gonna go for a button route. Probably gonna go to tunnel.
Yeah,
He's going to
tunnel. Okay, 2 going to B. Alright, it looks like it's a 2v2 at B. But yeah, with how Corey's structured as a map, it just brings in a slightly more different dynamic than what Waterway brings with how brute force it seems when you compare the two. But still though, you'd think that it would be a lot more technical, but I don't think it's too insanely different from Waterway when it comes to what kind of things it demands from both teams. And that's always interesting to watch.
It's very heavy on mechanical skills, just knowing your routes, getting your shots in, that type of thing. There is like an extra level of complexity with the tunnel. So you've got, rather than one single map, like not really expecting people to be kind of sneaking in behind you as much on Waterway. With Corey, you got to check every corner. And that's
yeah. I feel like the addition of those extra back tunnels at the home base is probably one of the better decisions that the TF devs have made.
For sure. Can you imagine trying to just push through B the whole time and not having the tunnel?
Absolutely, that was disgusting.
But yeah, it looks like battle's just been going back and forth at B. I've been seeing red, blue, red, blue, red, blue constantly. Both teams not quite able to get that foothold. Looks like a group up at.
Yeah, it looks like they're making an effort to group up at B.
So let's see what they can do. Here we go, countdown.
Okay, yeah, he was the only one that was pushing, it seems. Looks like Hai was waiting behind him, though.
Yeah, Hai might not have had a dash, so he might have pushed up prematurely, unfortunately. And it was like it was just the two of them. That is the
Yeah, we can only do too much here.
difficulty is syncing up tunnel and B. You got countdown. Oh, UNSC not quite able to finish it off.
I wouldn't be too insanely surprised if this match would be a little bit more back and forth in comparison to what we've been seeing. Or who knows, I might end up eating my words now because you're constantly at the odds with each other.
Yeah, and you see like the kill feed just constantly switching. People are dying left and right. Ooh, M-dubs with the capture. Is he gonna chase him?
Countdown. That was a very narrow counter, so good work.
So it looks like UNSC has won this B battle, so they're gonna try to group up outside and finally sync up a tunnel and see if they can get the point. But the moment they take everyone out at B, you have to recognize by the moment you hit the button right here, the blue team has spawned back in. Which is weird. Like, I don't know where Life is. They should have. Oh, they're hiding. They're hiding.
Happens often when you're just hiding and then you see a moving body and you shoot at it even though it's your teammate.
Or you see a dead body, or the worst, like a dead body on the ground, and just in case, shoot him.
Apparently there have been some instances in League play where someone thinks that a sprint strafer is actually a dead body, but they're not.
What? Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. I remember hearing a few stories about that.
Oh no.
That's another
Countdown.
countdown. There's 3 of them alive.
3 live. Oh, but managed to
Okay,
get
yeah,
their
that's
own
the counter.
Oh no, managed
Yeah,
to
that
get
tiny little map of signatures helps a little bit to get a little clearer view of what's happening in the map.
So it looks like, yeah, Life is holding down UNSC's base, and UNSC is holding down Life's base. So it's
Yeah,
whoever-
again, kind of the best response at this point would just to just try to go to V if possible, or their base.
probably. Yeah. They finally both managed to clear their own bases, so that's good. Reset, retry, take the battle to B and tunnel again. It's a
Yeah,
very
reinforcing
watchful-
your defense at home is an option, but you really do just want to try to push somewhere else too, because that's also a decent option.
Absolutely. Yeah, you don't want to get stuck in your base. You absolutely don't want to get stuck in your base. Like struggling to clear out the base. Yeah. Little countdown. Is this a point? Yeah, there we go.
point.
UNSC first point. Congratulations. It takes a little bit long at the 5-minute count, but if they can keep this pace up, they can still get a 3-0. The time ends. And Dub's
Yeah,
taking
opening
flash
pushes are always entertaining to watch because you can just see everyone's different takes on just how to get into the game, you know?
M-Dubs with the really fast fire rate. Love to see it.
Nice. Good hit by Top Star though. Looks
Cleared
like he's
out by
waiting
Top
at
Star.
B with a friend. Oh. Looks like he was doing a little bit of sprint strafing there. Okay.
Ah, taking out on the rail. Nice kill by Colton. Alright. Finally got control of B. So when you get control of B, you want to take like a little bit of a second, get grouped up, get your health pickups, your dash pickups. Well, looks like they didn't quite get set up, so they got cleared by Life here. Now Life are going to
Okay,
try to do
yeah.
the same.
Yeah, so while everyone's trying to fight for their base, hopefully... Wait, no? It looks like most of them are actually past B and are trying to...
Yeah,
Okay, he's trying to go for the
UNSC
base right now.
Yeah, UNSC had both their base and the enemy, and Life was just holding on to B. Countdown. Life still holding B.
Okay, yeah, that was a very good choice.
Oh,
that
there
was
we go. 3 alive. Can they? Yeah, they get it. They get it.
Yep, they got
But
the
there was
counter,
a-
but now they have to take back their own base. At least they're not being locked out with counters. Hmm.
All right, so UNSC have B. Grouping up, getting ready. They're gonna meet the Life outside B here.
Oh man, he could have taken that dash.
Ooh, nice tag by Colton. Alright, so we gotta group up and push going. Yeah, coming from tunnel and... So this is a synced up push about to happen.
Yeah, I feel like this tunnel area gives the best opportunities to just, like, at the very least pair up. Because I feel like just pairing up at this point would just be the more efficient way.
Yeah. I don't understand why Fourth tried to chase that guy. He should have gone straight for that button. They had a push opportunity there. And as you can tell, even though he missed them, that person still did not manage to get to their base. So sometimes, that's a good example. You have to sometimes just let people to pass through. Keep your objective.
Exactly, and that's why I also bring up. That's why I also like to bring up that it's also about trust with your team too. Just hoping that whoever else is back there is just going to deal with that, so you can just continue to do your own end of the bargain.
Just call it out. Do your thing.
Because yeah, it's also really about just keeping your head on too in domination.
Absolutely.
Just focusing.
50% mechanical strats and skills, 50% mentality.
Or caffeine.
Yeah. Or caffeine. Yeah, I played Fourth against Tunnel, and man, it is rough playing against Fourth because like his stock and his aim is rough. He knows how to play that tunnel very well.
Holy shit, the accuracy though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And while the stocks do give you like grouped shots, you still have to be able to track. It gives you almost twice the chance of missing your shots.
That is true. They do give you a lot of accuracy, but it does seem like there's a tiny bit of a learning curve there when you first get them. I don't know though. I don't use stocks. I don't play this game. But yeah, right now we're seeing both of these teams just constantly going at each other's throats and just constantly fighting for a score. And it does look like it's going back and forth, but just in one of those bouts it's going to end because it's either someone gets a lot of kills or if a mistake is made.
Mm-hmm.
Just keeping this constant consistency of just trying to keep your buttons safe, trying to get as much value out of your lives as possible before you end up dying inevitably. That's something that you really do want to think about when you're playing these maps, in my opinion. It's very tempting to just not make a joke about the power of friendship right now, because it really is weighed on trust with your teammates too, because just it's not too out of the ordinary to start assigning roles to your teammates, but with how stressful this map can get, it's possible to just break the rhythm of it. So see exactly, that's a score. That's not a score, but that's a counter. I'm sorry, I'm tripping. That could have been a score if whoever.
Oh no, they're saying multiple people have to be.
Multiple people want to be. I see.
Yeah, you don't want to send multiple people back to B. Maybe one, then just rely on respawns, but lose the foothold at the enemy base, and that's exactly what happened.
Okay, yeah, I did not notice that. I was not looking at the map.
Yeah, you assign one person go back to B, or don't even. Just keep spawn trapping, wait for the respawns. Even, yeah, a good rule of thumb for waterways, you just don't go backwards. For core, you can say the very same too. Don't go backwards. Once you're entrenched, stay entrenched until you die.
Yeah, just stay there. You can just let the people that are dying do the work for you.
Unfortunately, I have to head out now. Gotta work on my own map, but I'll be excited to see the conclusion to this match. So,
Alright, go on.
Have a good one, Flowers. Bye, you guys. See you later.
Thank you for coming. Thanks
Bye.
for coming. Yep. Someone in chat just went, I hope it's not mimicking me. I just don't have too much to say right now. It's just, I don't really want to say anything that's just too obvious. and I don't want to like just say, oh my god, this team should be doing that, this team should be doing this. That's why I usually just end up just saying what they're doing instead and just giving my opinion on it. Don't want to pretend that I know what I'm talking about. I don't know what these team strats are, because every team works differently, and we're seeing that right now. We're seeing how both of these teams and how their view on this map clash with each other, and I just feel like that's what mostly makes up the match. It's just seeing how these different takes on strategy just divert from what we would usually think. I'm usually thinking about what would I be doing if I were in there, and yeah, there's another point. It usually happens when I'm always saying this, it's just constantly going back and forth, and just if something happens, whether it be a mistake, if someone gets a bunch of picks, if someone's out of dash, a score can just happen out of nowhere. That's just how it is with domination. Wow. That's another countdown. Yep, nope, they're in trouble. They have to do their best to fend off this attack. There's one person left. It's unlikely they'll be able to get a counter. Yeah, UNSC wins. Wow. And by all means, I don't think that was one-sided per se. If you look at the numbers, that might be the case. But honestly, Life, they were giving UNSC trouble for sure, in my opinion. From what I've been looking at, they've been doing pretty damn well. So, UNSC by kills, Top Dashers 4th with 43 kills, 26 deaths, and 7,742 points. And Night Owl 35 kills and 33 deaths with a score of roughly basically 10k. And that's just going by kills. You can just look at the leaderboard yourself for the top players. Wow, that was something. So, wow. That was a pretty decent match, actually. So again, this entire time I have been swapping back and forth between two casts, but the other cast just ended a while ago. So luckily I was able to stay the entire time to watch that whole quarry, and it was pretty thoroughly entertaining to just give my own opinion on what I think is happening. And I hope to do that later on if the rest of the matches will be casted as well. So if that does happen to be the case, you can expect to see me in the more matches that happen today. Again, I apologize in advance if I like stuttered a lot. It just happens. Getting back into it, I guess. So anyway, obligatory shoutouts before I hop out. Shoutouts to clan name, team name, other Southern Cross, and my international back alley, the Night Owls. It's just obligatory at this point. You can expect that from me. And like always, shout out to Firehearts for just constantly casting everything, so I can constantly commentate with them. And again, shout outs to both teams. That was pretty fun to watch. And yeah, that's basically it. So thank you for watching, chat. This is Dash League TV, and that was UNSC versus Life, and I hope to see you later again. So yeah, that's all. See ya.